Hello everybody, Zeff here with ZeffsTrading. Hope you guys are doing well today, July 15th, 2024. Already halfway through the month. Time flies. Okay, pretty interesting day. Broke previous day's high, sold off. A little bit of a cool off period for today. There's a few trades in here overall. Not too bad of a day, not great, not bad. So we'll go over them. Let's go through these and check all the ones out. Okay, so starting in the morning here, we had a few trades. We had a nice second entry long. Now, before the pre-market session here, there wasn't anything that I saw worth valid here, except for this nice bullish uptrend. You have your break and new high, then you get a first entry, second entry long. This may be not a good signal bar here, and you do get a scalper's profit, but overall, nothing too great. But then you see a nice double bottom, higher low. And then counting from the most recent swing high is a first entry, second entry long. So I think this particular trade would be valid as for a second entry long and a higher low. And I think this is a better trade to do. Even if you do have your break and new high, you're still expecting a momentum to the upside, and you are so far away from the most previous swing high, over almost 7 points there. Low risk trade. And this overall looks pretty good, especially with this double bottom making it higher low. I think it's pretty probabilistic for it to at least go a little higher, and so much it did. And then a little while after that, you get another first entry, second entry long, and you can see how low risk this is right here. You got to take these for sure. 4 ticks. Absolutely beautiful. Very clear. Let's make sure this is the same high. So you can see, touched it 3 times here, 1, 2, and 3. So this is your most recent swing high. So you get a first entry, second entry long, 4 ticks, take those all day long. You get this nice outside bar closing on its high, rallies a little higher, and then this is where it finds resistance. You do technically, by the count, you get a first entry, second entry short with this most recent swing low here, but overall, you're just calling a top. You don't really want to take those. You get a move down here, you get your break and new low, up, you get kind of one leg moves here, and I don't see anything in here that I would like to get into. And then overall, you're kind of starting to establish a trading range, goes to its high, and then you do get another first entry, second entry long. I was kind of hesitant to mark this one. I kind of saw the uptrend like this, and also like this. I think it does look a little more respected across the trend line here. So this would be your first break. Overall, it is a trading range, but I think it's holding enough on the 21 EMA, and you can clearly see the visual 2-legged pullback here. I almost want to make this aggressive just because of the signal bar, but the signal bar could have been better for you. And I actually really like this because you have so much room to the most recent swing high of over 3 points. So you could definitely get 2 here. I think this one's pretty valid. Also, this nice double bottom here from the 2 swings, context-wise. So if you saw this and you were really paying attention, this is a pretty good trade. Then you really start to understand that the price action is holding above the 21 EMA, and then there's probably a few in here that would be classified as a signal bar trade, like this one right here. And if you really know what you're doing, then you can enter these, but if not, don't worry about them. It makes its way a little bit higher here, and you can see we get to the high here and then sell off for the rest of the day with this nice bearish reversal bar here. No trades in here overall on the uptrend that I see that look valid enough. You just get a first entry. I just don't see anything in here. Maybe you could argue for a first entry, second entry short failure in maybe some of these, but pretty risky. Okay, so nonetheless, this is my first trade and only trade of the day for this second entry short here, and I think this is actually probably the best trade of the day, except for maybe this one next to it. Let me come down here. Okay, so I saw this downtrend happen. I saw my break, and I got a first entry, second entry short, entered with a limit order. Quick 4-tick scalp. Now, the way I entered here at 57.07, for my room for 2 points to tick through, would have had to gone below this double bottom, and I really just wasn't confident that I could get the 8 ticks in it. In retrospect, I think I actually should have, especially with the first break of a trend line right here is the appropriate amount, and it is highly probable that it'll go below the most recent swing low. So I think I made the mistake of not going for 2 points here. Overall, had a few things to do. So nonetheless, still quick, easy scalp. Overall, then according to the rest of the data for the day, you have this nice uptrend. It's only a one leg break, and you never get a new high here. But the thing is that it's established now a bearish trend. This is the bulls attempting to make a new high of the break of this trend. And maybe you could argue that this uptrend could be drawn differently. And that might be a case, but overall I saw it fit pretty well with that. So I think the bulls just completely failed here, and the bears took over, which is a first entry, second entry short from the most recent swing low here. But also, it would be just a really nice lower high, double high probability setup. So I think this trade was also pretty valid. You are going to previous day's high, which is a little scary, but once you see this follow through of a bar here, you could just trail your stop above the entry bar. Excuse me. Okay, carrying on here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 bar matching low here, and excuse me real quick. And with that 4 bar matching low here, we do get another simple correction that I can visually see here, and then you really know that this trend line is in play here. Sell off, you get another lower high. Maybe you take this one. Actually, this isn't too bad to the most recent swing low. It's exactly your 2 points. Maybe you take that one. I wouldn't hate you if you did. Then it gets quite choppy along here, as you can see. No valid setups in any of this, nor do you want to be trading this. But price is below the 21 EMA, and there's a couple channels within here. You do get a nice first entry, second entry short, and I saw a 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically a quadruple test with a, let me draw this properly, second entry short. I do think this is a pretty decent trade here overall. You do have a little bit of room to the EMA, not 8 ticks wise, even though you get it. So maybe you take this trade. I think this isn't the best example of, a quadruple test, triple test, depending on how you see it. You do see the uptrend and the failure to break a new high. So there is a lot of context here when you're looking at this. So maybe you take that trade. Okay, going along here, you have a double bottom, and it breaks out again, and then maybe again, this is where it kind of gets a little confusing. So overall, I don't think this is a great example of a, resistance and sell-off from a test here. But then you get this bar here, and I think this one here might be a little bit better because you've already really tried multiple times to go past it, and then you can go short with this one, and when something tries multiple times and it fails, it usually falls out pretty fast. So maybe you take this one, maybe you see it as a 1, 2, 3. My signal bar wasn't good. I like this one a lot more, and this is way more within the risk parameter of only 6 ticks. Okay, carrying on here with the resistance, we get a nice lower high. Rejection off EMA. This one's actually pretty nice, but you're going right into support, so you can't take that. You get a little bit of congestion across the board here on the sideways move. Again, another test of the trend line. Sells off, break, new low. Same thing, tries to run up, fails, and you can see just kind of these repeat patterns of these measured moves here going on. And then a break out of the major trend channel here happens. You get a break. Eventually, you do get a new low here. And if you're really specific into looking at what's going on here, you do have a first entry, second entry short. And here's context, not so much the pattern. You have 1, 2, 3 times on the support here. You have a first entry, second entry long. It fails. It goes higher. Then you have a first entry, second entry short. So this has failed to go higher, and it's going to swing on the bottom one more time. This is a trading range. You're at the highs. Maybe if you know what you're doing, a very advanced trade here, then you could sell off into that. This is when the bullish uptrend starts here. At getting close to the end of the day, we have a move up. You get your break. You do get a first entry, second entry long here on the first break. You only get your, depending on how you got into this, 4 ticks here. You do get stopped out, but just with your stop loss underneath it, so a little bit unfortunate. Overall, I do think this is not too bad of a setup. I think you got to be careful. This is a pretty big bar to enter as well. Yeah, so I would have definitely made sure to do a limit order and have it within my risk parameter. Overall, pretty hard one to see. Maybe just got stopped out on that one. Anyways, here we do get a first entry, second entry short. It's an inside bar, so I don't think you should take that one. It is a double high probability setup of resetting the swing high of a first entry, second entry long. So maybe you take that one if you know what you're doing. I think it's also a pretty low risk bar here. Yeah, it's only 6 ticks, so good overall context. you're just kind of betting that at least goes to the swing high, and there actually is room for at least 6 ticks here, so maybe you take that. A lot of maybes today, a lot of hard trades. So if you don't see them, then just don't take them. Okay, then with this move, our break new high, you also have this little bullish up channel, broad bullish up channel. You get a 1, 2, 3, and I kind of saw this as a double top, but if you are counting 1, 2, and 3, it tried to go higher 3 times and fails. And then I also saw a first entry, second entry short, and it goes up, and then once it fails, then you really know that the bulls are not in control and the bears are here and they just trapped everyone, and then you can go short on the bottom side of this, at least of the EMA. That's what happens. Then I got it kind of got a little deceptive here because, you know, this looks like a new high from here, and then this is actually the high because it's by 1 tick. So you could have said first entry, second entry long, failure, above EMA, then below it, good failed second entry long. But I kind of saw it as a swing high, so I only saw it a first entry. Couple ways to look at that. Up for debate probably for sure, but overall I just passed on it. Then we get a really nice sell-off here. I was looking for a second entry short on the first break, never got it, just a first entry, sells off, makes its way higher, end of day, break, new high, nothing really here, nor should you really want to be trading at the end of the day like this anyways. But that's pretty much how I saw it for today. Overall, some, you know, pretty good trades, a lot of aggressive high advanced trades in there, so don't worry about those if you don't know about them, it's totally fine. Focus on the second entries, focus on the lower highs, second entry shorts, those are the ones that you're looking for really high probability. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this chart review for today, and I'll see you guys next time.